The impossible thread escape is a wonderful trick to do. I use this to illustrate how little things can end up tying us up and making slaves of us. This is a wonderful trick to go along with the chain escape, by the way. You just take a regular piece of thread, and it's kind of hard for me to do because I don't have an audience here in the studio, so this is a rather hard bit to do. But in a nutshell, you get a piece of string like this, something that's easily breakable, a little bit thicker than regular thread perhaps, or even regular thread would work just fine. You get up a kid to help you, perhaps a boy, and you ask a boy if he's strong enough to break this thread. Just about every hand will go up that they say that they're strong enough, to break this thread, no problem. So you get a kid to prove it to you. He comes up to help you. You take one piece of this thread, you wrap it around his wrist, and you tie it one time, just one time around, tie it, and ask him if he can break free. And of course the kid can break free, no problem. So you say, wow, he must be very strong. He reminds you a lot of Samson. You wrap the string around now a couple more times and ask him if he can break it, and he can break it, no problem. A third time around, he can break it, no problem. And this goes on for a little bit. You'll get to a point, though, where maybe it's wrapped around 10 or 15 times, whatever it is, where he can no longer break free. And I use this to talk about the fact where sometimes we think we're in control of sin, and it's no big deal. It's like puffing on a cigarette. You tell yourself that you can smoke one cigarette and you can always quit, and maybe you can with just one cigarette. But eventually you'll get up to however many cigarettes it is, and you'll be trapped. Or maybe it's one lie. You say you can tell a lie and that you can stop at any time and tell the truth. But after you've told so many lies to cover up the last lie, eventually you can't break free. And the danger of getting involved in sin like this, of course, is that it's different for different people. One person might be able to get away with telling 5 lies and could get out of it, whereas one person might be trapped after only 3. Everyone's strength level is different, and you just don't know, and that's why it's best to never get involved in sin. This makes a wonderful trick. An add-on to this that you can do, you can take a razor blade, like a straight edge razor, and you can put it inside of a book. Like for instance, if this were your book, your Bible, you could put it right up here, right along the front, so just about a 1/16 of an inch or maybe an 1/8 of an inch is sticking out, and you've got it taped in there, of course. And you show your Bible and you talk about the kid being bound up to where he can't free himself, and you ask him to tug as hard as he can, and as he's tugging you simply touch the pages just like this, and it will cause the ropes to split apart. It looks very, very nice. I don't very often do it, only because I don't like having a razor blade around little kids, because if I lay my Bible down absent-mindedly or whatever, I don't want the kids to later find it. But if it's something you feel comfortable with, if you've got a place where you can put the Bible to keep it away from kids, of course, it makes a wonderful, wonderful add-on to this illusion to do. It's a wonderfully powerful way to talk to kids about how sins can get a hold of you and not let go.